All right, here he is.
Is Tom Brady the best quarterback of all time?
Yeah. He's the GOAT. He's outright the GOAT. I mean, we were teammates.
Yeah.
So we won Super Bowl 49, and you know, you think you're super competitive. You think, you know, nobody can see you and line up out there with you on the, you know, out there at the receiver position. But, you know, Tom is somebody else you had to study as well. You had to study his weaknesses, his strengths. But it was very difficult to try to, and challenging to try to find his tendencies, because he would hide them.
What did you learn about him as a teammate that you hadn't realized?
I would say his work ethic, just how he approaches the game every day. I mean, even being teammates with him, he would walk past my locker and be like, 2-4, I'm coming at you today. And I'm like, all right, bro. Bring it, you know. Like, bring it. But, yeah, I mean, his work ethic, you know, we were rivals for about 6 years. So
yeah,
there was a lot of, you know, back and forth trash talking going throughout those years. And then when you team up with another superstar in the league, and you know, it's good to see his work ethic every day, because when you're his opponent, you don't see,
you don't know,
what he puts into it week in and week out. So I give him a lot of respect in that area for that.
What is it about, folks talk about the Patriot culture?
Mm-hmm.
What is it about that Belichick environment that breeds high-level teams year after year?
I believe he has a philosophy to where, you know, he's going to get the best out of his players. It doesn't matter what round in the NFL draft you know, you're selected if you get picked by the New England Patriots. But he has his coaching philosophy. He has a system. And he's going to make sure that you understand, and you're going to run his system because it's winning football.
Yeah.
He looks at it as, this is winning football. This is how we win. And then you back it up with the Super Bowls. You have to respect it a lot. So.
There's a thing that seemed to happen to guys when they would go to New England, that they would do interviews anywhere else, and they kind of are themselves. And then they go, you know what I'm talking about. They go to New England, and the interviews are like, we're just here to play as a team. Okay. We're only thinking about next week. Like, what happened? They all became robots in terms of the social, in terms of the media. When they got over there, are they telling you, like, don't say shit to the media? Like, this is how we do things.
It's very air shut tight when it comes to the media side of.
They tell you, we don't talk to the media over here.
Yeah, you know, I think that stems from Bill Belichick and how maybe he's portrayed.
Portrays himself.
I was going to say his press conferences and such, but I think he looks at it as like maybe a distraction in a sense, because, you know, sometimes, you know, if any story that's, you know, distracting the team from trying to win the Super Bowl, it can derail you for the rest of the.
But I mean, the guy that we see from the outside is like Darth Vader, sort of. But y'all inside, do y'all love him, or you fear him, or?
I think it's more so as you have a future Hall of Fame coach, so he can back it. He can, whatever he's talking, he can back it up. He can back it up with Super Bowls. You know, he can back it up. With being the D coordinator for the New York Giants under Bill Parcells, where he won 2 Super Bowls under Bill Parcells. So he knows the game. I mean, he's Bill Belichick is very smart with the X and O's. It's just his system is ran a kind of a militant way, but if you look at his background, I mean, that's how he grew up. You know, his father was in the military.
Right.
So you just kind of like, once you understand like the bigger picture and the story of it, you just kind of like, yeah. But I don't think, especially veterans, I don't think we were like, we weren't scared of Bill, but you know, because Bill will pull you to the side and have a conversation with you about, you know, you comfortable, you solid, what you think, but in the midst of that, if he's asking you those type of questions, he's still going to run his system the way and his team the way he's going to run it, because I mean these guys have been winning Super Bowls year in and year out.
I saw an NFL Films thing once that took you like inside the Patriots, and he was breaking down film, and somebody had scored. I think it was a running back, and maybe one other guy came over to congratulate him, and he was like, "How come we're not congratulating this guy? How come we're not like, you know, whooping it up for this guy that we just scored?" And I was like, wow, like he's even that meticulous, singing like we have to be like happy when we score. Like that's part of like the important emotion. Like I thought that was incredible that he's pointing that out to them.
You know, Bill Belichick is from, you know, me playing up under him for a year, and we win the Super Bowl 49, and he has a bigger vision and a bigger goal. I mean, in the regular season, we would blow a team out by 25, 30 points, and we'll be walking through the tunnel, you know, high five, and yeah, we whooped their ass, yeah, you know, we on to the next. We get in the locker room, and he's like, it's too many mistakes. And then you're like, what is this? You know, like, yeah, we just balled out on those guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? And then once you start, you know, breaking down the film, I remember Bill would say things like, you know, this would beat us in postseason. So their mindset is already preparing for postseason and playing in postseason because, you know, they've done it, you know, so many times, you know, year in and year out. So.
What do you want to do? What do you want to grow into over the next couple of years? Because you do anything you want. Mm-hmm. So what do you foresee for yourself?
What do I see for myself? I would like to position myself to be an NFL owner or have a piece of, you know, ownership of a team.
Wow.
I would really love that. I just believe because of my competitive spirit, the way I approach and play the game. So I really believe that if that's for the future for me, that would be very ideal.
Why? I love that you said that. I love that we're seeing this trend toward players becoming owners, Jordan, Magic, other people having pieces of teams. Why is that important for you? Why is that important? It's just because of you know, the history of the game. You know, you go back to hearing stories of Jim Brown and him actually retiring early for not being compensated during his time. There's so many guys that mean so much to this game, and you know, why not have you know people of color that the majority of us are out there on the field to actually you know, own some ownership of a team. So do you think that the ownership community that exists now is interested in diversifying that group? Like, it doesn't seem like that is a priority for them. I just think we have to continue to... I don't mean just the Jet group, the entire ownership community. Yeah. No, I agree. I just believe that, you know, we just got to continue to, you know,
push for those type of opportunities. Continue to change the narrative as best we can. And, I believe, the owners should look for diversification, Diversify as much as you can. I think the world is changing right before our eyes every day. And, there are female coaches in the NFL now. So there's more opportunity and more room to diversify, not even on the coach's level or the management level, but diversification and ownership.
Because this has been a big, huge issue last 2-3 years, right? We want to see folks like yourself have a continued voice in the NFL. The NFL has not always wanted to go in that direction, right? We don't have enough, I think in our opinion, there's not enough black head coaches. There's not enough black offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators, right? Certainly not enough black general managers. Sure. Yeah. Definitely not enough black owners because there's zero, right? So, and I feel like they bring in people like Jay-Z as a smokescreen to make us distracted from the issues. What can you do? What can other people in your level do to help push the NFL into okay, come on, let me into ownership, let more head coaches happen. We have the Rooney Rule, but I'm how much has that done?
Yeah. The Rooney Rule, these last couple of years have people have kind of pushed the narrative and with the Rooney Rule. So sometimes you can look at it as it can be contradicting to the actual rule itself of what's supposed to take place and what's supposed to happen inside the NFL. But I think that's just taking 2 steps back to get 4 steps forward or 5 steps forward is fine. I just feel like if guys are going to be serious when it comes to ownership, whether if it's an investment group or guys really just sitting at a table and really understanding are we serious about this next step in this process? It can be an investment group. It can be, for me personally, I wouldn't mind, if Jay-Z had opportunity to invest, why not? Because I just think it's something for us that we've been doing this for so long in terms of playing inside the lines that maybe diversify in ownership sector as much as you can. So
super important, brother. It's been an honor to sit and talk with you. Thank you so much for coming through. I really appreciate it. It means a lot.
Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it, brother.
No doubt. Thank you. Thank you.